This is where people are stuck in their old ways. Whether they're scared to turn the page because they don't know what's there, or they're scared because they do know what's there. Last night was the first night I went to sleep with mouth tape on. Just had confidence in it. But my nose doesn't feel great waking up this morning. So I don't know what the correlation is. It's so weird because I've got a deviated septum this way, and so this one is much wider, much more open, but this nostril is always the one that's blocked. It's very strange. But I just did a couple breath holds and it seems to be okay now, but I will be wearing mouth tape basically all day, every day now. I think that'll help me with snacking as well. Even though I'm snacking on fruit, I shouldn't be snacking. Currently 7 o'clock, which sucks a little bit. I did get up late. Woke up at 5, but must have just fallen back asleep. It was a long day of sitting in the sun yesterday, so maybe that's just what took it out of me. But I've got a lot to do today, so get my ass in gear. I think that's probably good for me. Whack some mouth tape on. Well, do my morning routine, whack some mouth tape on and get to it. Although I do have to film a couple of videos. Obviously it won't be on for that. Even though I felt pretty groggy this morning, I'm excited. My upper body's feeling amazing. My legs, my left leg anyway, is feeling a bit funky here. So must have done something when I was skating yesterday. But it's here. It feels good that these knee twists don't fully ache anymore. Although I'm getting a little bit of a clunk when I get to there. A little bit fresh at the end, but not the end of the world. But yeah, upper body's feeling good. Got a great book recommended to me called Breath. Jeff Nelson, I think. So I'm gonna give that a listen today on Spotify. Got less than 2 weeks to go. So diet is super strict and serious for the next 2 weeks. That burger I had yesterday was the last bit of junk food for Australia. Damn it. I can't wait till I got a proper camera set up and I've just got multiple angles everywhere, unlimited batteries, different lenses. I can really start to play around with things and have some real fun with it. I never used to look forward to the future because I couldn't look into the future. Just stuck thinking about pain and crying about life. But now, every day, I'm excited for right now and even more excited for the future. As one chapter closes, as you go through one door, a whole world of opportunity opens up. So easy to get stuck doing the same thing, day in, day out, week by week, month by month, year by year. And it's only really when you step out of that environment and you come back, really realize that everyone's just doing the same stuff. And if you really want to progress, then you need to be turning new leaves. You need to be writing new chapters. You need to be opening new books. You need to be leaving and starting new journeys on your life. It's so easy to just get stuck in a routine and just do the same thing day in, day out. And sure, you might be doing productive things, but you need to be breaking the pattern. That's when you get the new experiences, the new lessons, the new opportunities. There's only so much you can really learn or grow from being stagnant in one place. And new opportunities, new chapters, they will come in various different ways that you would not have even thought about. It doesn't have to be speaking with a certain person. It could be seeing a certain thing or feeling something when you notice something. It could be the smallest of things which really open your eyes to a new direction that you could take, or that you benefit from, or you can explore. So easy to just get trapped doing the same thing day in, day out. I'm very blessed in that normally when someone opens one door, 3 more doors open up. But for me, I feel like when I open one door, 5 new doors open, and I'm pretty good at choosing the right door to go through. In the past, I kept a few doors shut and opened some wrong doors. It's all part of it, right? You learn your lessons, make the decisions, and you get better at it as you do it more, as you put yourself in less comfortable positions, as you put yourself out there, as you do things that you want to do, regardless of what people think or what people say. You will grow as a person. And it's so important to write that next chapter, because as you start writing that next chapter, spring off into something else, and that can spring off into something else. Getting stuck rewriting the same chapter is not where you want to be. It's not going to help anyone. and our lunch was good. Steak, eggs, sweet potato fries, they weren't really fries, some cut up sweet potato, oven baked, in some duck fat, and some broccolini and some zucchini. Beautiful stuff. Stood out in the sun while I was cooking. So good. Now I've got my dessert, which is 3 figs, mandarin, and a plum. Probably a bit more food than I should have, but had a couple of digestive enzymes to go along with it. This is the first time I'm eating today. I fasted this morning. I think I'm just going to be fasting in the mornings in general anyway. All the research points towards that it's good. But yeah, I actually had a doctor's appointment trying to get a blood test, and they gave me the wrong information, and so I can't get a blood test. So it's a bit of a waste of money. Is what it is. She seemed concerned that I was getting results and other things done from alternative doctor practitioners, i.e. my naturopath, acupuncturist, and yeah, it just makes you realise that they are literally just two opposing forces, and they do not want to work with each other, and they just, yeah, I think they're probably taught in doctors' college that these people are the devil, and they have no idea what they're talking about. Anyway, here's what it is. Not something, just waste a little bit of money, is what it is. So I'm excited to go back to England and really start to build a relationship with someone who knows what they're talking about, and someone who can put me in the right direction to speak with biological dentists and naturopaths and actual physiotherapists that aren't just some standard go to the gym and start pumping weights, all this bullshit stuff. Like someone who actually understands, people who actually understand how the body works and can really dive deep and help me optimize. Every day, new chapters. You know, when you think, I was honestly skeptical about even going back to the doctors, because I don't trust doctors anyway. And there you go. This is what it is, right? Just got fucked around. Yeah. If you want anything done, you got to pay the money. That's it. Don't get nothing good for free, and you don't get nothing good for cheap. We'll step up and move on. If you want to open that new chapter of all the new possibilities in your life, you've got to be ready for it. It can be so easy to just be suffering with chronic pain, bedridden, a plethora of symptoms that seemingly never ending. If you were to write them down or say them to someone, they think you are crazy. And of course that drives you crazy. You know, you have to be a very, very strong individual to suffer with chronic pain and still be here. There's plenty of reasons to not be here, because life sucks when you suffer that badly for that long. And when you have this cloak of chronic pain, you are defined by it. You are someone with chronic pain. You are someone who suffers with chronic pain, and all these negative connotations. And this is how you describe yourself. This is how you identify yourself. And so along with that comes all the mental health issues: depression, anxiety, social anxiety, trouble sleeping, nightmares, all these things that are just built on top of the suffering that you truly believe you have. And that's the harsh truth that I've discovered, I've figured out for myself, is that that's all it is, just a belief. All these ideas surrounding pain, how it's perceived, how it's interpreted, how you react to it, how you respond to it, how you go about living your day-by-day life with this as a part of you. It's all mental. This isn't to say that you can't be physically injured, you can't get hurt, you can't fall over, you can't cut your arm on something. You can't be in pain, because of course you can. But the truth that I've had to come to terms with is that all of the suffering, it was all me. I'm not completely over it, right? But I don't speak it into existence anymore. And it's healed me. It truly has. I define myself as someone in pain, someone with chronic pain, someone with a disability, someone for so long. And of course it would stay and manifest into reality when that's how I define it myself. I'm not saying it fixes overnight. I'm not saying you start to look at things differently and you'll be healed tomorrow. I'm saying you start to look at things differently, question it, and look positively at everything, no matter how hard it is. No matter how hard it is. Because you will heal. Your body can heal itself. And it will heal itself. It all comes down to belief. Your mentality is what put you in this position. Your mentality is what gets you out of it. A very important point that comes with new chapters in your life is that yes, you should be taking new opportunities. You should be. If something presents itself to you, you need to be diligent in figuring out whether it's going to be good or bad for you. Whilst also remembering that everything in life is a lesson and you can learn something from everything you do, whether it's inherently good or bad. But you can also actively end the chapter you're in and you can start writing the next chapter, which is exactly what I done. Started this whole journey, which at the time I didn't know I was doing. I was living the same life, day in, day out, in the same environment, doing the same things, defined by the same thing every single day. And I took the action to start writing the next chapter, turn over the page myself, and got myself out of there. Moved 10,000 miles across the planet, started the next chapter. Didn't come here with any sort of plan, didn't come here expecting anything, and it's worked out better than I could ever have imagined. I'm just doing these angled push-ups because I'm not quite in the position just yet to be doing proper push-ups, but at the same time it's always good to take the step back and work on the foundational levels or the base skill of things. So even if you're just doing negatives, or you're just doing the positives, or you're just doing pauses, or you're just working on form, right? It's always good to build from the ground up. All encompassed in this book of life that you're writing. It's a very clear difference between building the foundational skills, working on them, developing them, going back to them. Even if I can do these full squats unsupported, why not do them supported and really cement them in and get the form right, supported, so that it just builds the muscle. Now if I was to just do supported for the rest of my life, then that would be just reliving the same chapters over and over again. Sometimes to understand, you've got to reread it. And I don't think it's the case so much with physical progression, but with mental progression and life progression. This is where people go wrong. This is where people are stuck in their old ways. Whether they're scared to turn the page because they don't know what's there, or they're scared because they do know what's there. for some people, being comfortable and sticking where you're at and knowing the fate that you have of failure is less scary than the unknown of what if you took that leap, what if you turned that page. And to me, that's crazy. All it takes is to open one door and your entire life will change. These squats are not painful, which is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to do a little bit of crawling, and then that is my exercise done for the day. Even with this, right, it may feel awkward and strange and weird in the company of yourself. No one's even watching you. No one's even there to judge you, right? I know I'm putting this out on the internet, but you're not special. Nothing works instantly. You're not instantly talented at everything you do. You're not Sassy from The Big Les Show. You're not magical. Everyone's human. Everyone struggles at the start. Everyone feels awkward at the start. Everyone feels weird. Everyone looks weird. And who cares? No one. Everyone's got to start somewhere. So that's what we do every day. Get better. I'll probably end out on this. I mean, I'm just sort of munching away at these nuts. Pause. Have them with some frozen berries or something. I've eaten quite a lot of fruit today. But yeah, I don't think anything crazy will be happening between now and sleep. Just gonna do some primal flow, eat those, a little bit more work to do, edit the vlog. Pretty solid day. Every day, writing the next chapter. Sometimes you can't even tell that you're writing the next chapter, or that you even turn the page. It can come in various forms, it can come in different ways. Because you're so engrossed into your life, it can come in many different ways. Sometimes it can be easy to see because you really do have a regimented routine, day by day. Every single day is the same, and so when you do break the pan, you can start to notice it really easily. But it can be quite difficult sometimes to understand that you're taking a new path and that you've taken a new direction. You're starting to write a new chapter in your book. So take the step back and think about where you're at today and where you were at last week, last year. And if you haven't progressed, then it's time to step up.